afternoon, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We are getting halfway through the week today. So today we have a full body workout. I'm going to take you through some stretches as always right before, and then we'll get right into it. We're going to start out with legs, go into some upper body, and then into some abs as we finish it off. So just to get started, let's take out those arms. So taking those arms out, we're just going to go into some arm circles, just stretching it out a little bit, keeping those arms lifted, just making tiny little circles, or you can make big ones if that's feeling a little bit better for you today. I just went to go and I dropped something from a high spot and I tweaked my shoulder a little bit, but we're going to get through this. All right, we're going to rotate it the opposite way in 3, 2, and 1, rotating it backwards. Got a cool background going on. I didn't realize it was there until I started the screen. And I was like, oh, okay. It's like, what's happening behind me? All right, so dropping the arms down in 3, 2, and 1. So dropping those arms down, kind of rolling out those shoulders, taking them up by the ears, taking them down and back. Squeeze them up, take them down and back. And one more time, up by the ears and down. So we're going to take it into a side lunge on that right side. We're just going to hold in it. So everybody take it over to that right side. You can place that arm down, and we're just kind of stretching out that left leg. Feels pretty good. Keeping the head above the heart. And we're going to switch it over in 3, 2, and 1. So you can rise it up and then come right back down. You can kind of dig that heel in if you want. Get a little bit deeper of a stretch in that hamstring. And we're going to hang out here for the next 10 seconds. For 3, 2, and 1. So rising up, coming out. So we're going to take that wide stance, and then we are going to hinge forward. And we're just going to walk out those hands to a downward dog, but we're going to have the feet spread. Just kind of getting a nice little stretch in those legs, pressing those heels down, pulling the head in between those biceps. Just stretching out here. If you want, you can pedal out the heels, just trying to get them down as close to the ground as you can. And we're going to walk it back in 3, 2, and 1. So walking those hands back towards the feet, hinging at the hips and rising it up. Taking those arms out by the sides. Every time my head is down, I feel like I fling it up too fast. All right, so taking those arms out, just kind of bend at that shoulder height, 90-degree bend. We're just going to rotate it up and down. So you can tap out those feet if you want. Just keep those arms lifted and rotate. We'll go for the next 10 seconds. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the arms down, going into 3 more shoulder rolls. I almost said shrugs. So taking the shoulders up by the ears, down and back. Again, up by the ears, down and back. And one more time, up by the ears, down and back. All right, so shaking it out. We're just going to go into some butt kickers to finish it out. So remember, we're pulling our heel up as high as you can to that booty. Bring those arms up like you're about to run. But we're going to go for about 15 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So just kick it up as high as you can. If you're not feeling these, you can always go into high knees or jumping jacks, whatever you want. But we're going to go for the next 10 seconds. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the feet down. And we get started. Okay, so for today, you'll want to make sure you have something to lay on, something to kneel on. Just something. Okay. And then if you'd like a towel, if you get a little sweaty, make sure you grab that. And then just some water. Stay hydrated as always. I'm going to go over what we're going to be doing today. So everybody pay attention. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to come up to all fours So we're gonna stack the shoulders over, knees underneath the hips. We're just gonna go into some donkey kicks. So we've done these before, and I know I've explained it way too many times, probably more than you guys would like. But we keep that 90-degree bend. We square off the entire time. Make sure as you stomp your foot up to the ceiling, do not dip that lower back in just to get it higher. That's not the point, because then we take everything out of what we were trying to work. So we keep that flat back, core engaged, belly button pulled into the spine. We stomp it up at 90 degrees and we squeeze that glute. As you bring that knee down, it stops right underneath the hip and right back up. If you need to, just hinge at the shoulder slightly, but just stay squared off and keep the hips squared. We are then going to go into some calf raises, because why not, right? So we are going to go 10 on each side for those donkey kicks. For our calf raises, we are going to go for 20 because it's a small range and we can get through it. So we're going to go 10, or we're going to go 20. For the first one, we're going to go just straight, just normal calf raises. As you lower down though, make sure that heel does not touch the ground, because that's a resting point. We don't need to rest in this. So we just squeeze at the top and release it down about like a centimeter off the ground. So like I said, very small range, but squeeze at the top, release it down nice and controlled. So we'll go for 20 of those. I'll count us up, then count us down. And then we are going to lay down, right? It sounds so nice. So we're going to do these on each leg. So we'll flip it over the opposite way for the other leg. But we are going to take, for this way, we're going to take the right leg over and we are going to lift up that left leg. So just lifting it up. As you lower it down, don't let it drop though, because remember that is our resting point and that's not needed right now. So we just take it up, squeeze. As you lower down, just keep it right above. So just kind of hover it. So up and lower. And then we'll switch it over. We'll do the opposite side, except for I think I just did the left side first. So we'll do the right side first. So laying down our right side. All right. So we'll have 10 of those on each side. So donkey kicks, calf raises, just normal calf raises, and our leg lifts. And we will get started in about 15 seconds. Make sure that you grab everything you need right now, and we'll get to it. All right. So we come down to the ground. We come into that tabletop position. Remember, stack the shoulders over the wrist, knees underneath the hips. We are going to start with that right leg. So we do not get that lower back dip. We're not stretching it out right here. We pull the belly button into the spine, keeping that back nice and flat. And then we're just going to take that right foot up, stomping it to the ceiling. Do not extend it out. But we take it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that right side down, left side in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that left side down, walking the palms back and rising it up. You can shake out those legs, you can tap it out, you can walk in circles, but in 15 seconds, we're going to go into our calf raises. Remember, feet face forward for these. I'm going to count us up to 10, and then I'm going to count us down from 10 for a full 20. So just moving around. Okay. All right, so we face those toes forward. Hands can go to those hips. They can go into prayer. They can go above the head, whatever's going to help you find that balance. But remember, we squeeze at the top, we lower down, but do not lower down all the way. So we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping those heels down, shaking it out. See, 20 is not too bad, just because it's such a small range. Okay, and we are going to lay down on the right side first, crossing that left leg over, and then we're just going to lift up that right leg, if that doesn't sound confusing. So we lay it down, just getting ready. I've been having that feeling like I have to sneeze for like 5 minutes, but no sneeze ever comes out. Just that feeling. All right. So we lay down on that right side. We cross that left leg over. You can place the head in that right hand, or we're going to lift up that right leg, lowering it down in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down. You can either roll it over or you can flip it over. I just got a new mat, but I flipped it over so it's like the grip side is up so I can't slide. All right. So right leg goes over that left. That head can go in that left palm. We're going to take that left foot up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that left leg, and we come up to a standing position. So round 1 is done. We move on to round 2, but the same moves. So we start out with those donkey kicks first. All right, so taking it down to the ground, we come into that tabletop. Shoulders stacked, knees underneath. We take that right side up in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that right knee, left side in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that left knee down, sitting the hips back, just kind of stretching it out right here for a second. Reaching those arms forward. And walking those palms back, coming up to a standing position. So we have our calf raises next. This time, those heels are going to be in, the toes are going to be out. So we're just going to lift up still on the toes. As you lower down, do not touch the heel to the ground. Just keep that tension building. And just remember, squeeze at the top. And I'll count us up and then count us down. And then we'll go in about 10 more seconds. 10 more. All right, so heels in, toes out, hands go to the hips, hands in prayer, arms above the head, find your balance, but we take it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping those heels down, shaking it out, kind of stretching out those calves, rolling the ankles. And then we have those leg lifts, laying down on that right side first. We'll hook that left foot over that right leg in 15. All right, so we take it down, just getting ready. We have a few more seconds to spare. Left foot goes over that right leg. Head can go in the right palm. And we take that right foot up and down, but do not touch the ground in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that right side down, we come up and flip it around. Hopefully it's easier for you to flip around than it is for me. All right, so right leg goes over the left, head goes in the left palm. You can press that right hand against the ground. We lift up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that left side, coming up to your standing position. And from here, just for a little stretch in between, take that wide stance. We're going to hinge at the hips, leaning it forward, touching the hands to the ground, just for a nice stretch in those legs. If you want, you can walk those hands over to the right and over to the left. Taking it back to center, placing the hands to the hips and bring it up. All right, round 3, let's go. So take it down to the ground. For our donkey kicks, this last one, we're gonna come down to the forearms, stacking the shoulders over those elbows, placing those palms to the ground. So that way we press up and out of the shoulder. Same thing though, that left knee is gonna be underneath that hip. We lift up that right leg in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1. Dropping that right side, left side in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that left side, taking those palms back and rise it up. So for this last one, we are just going, we're going to do 10 going straight, and then we're going to go 10 heels in, toes out. If you want to add a little stretch in right here, you can pull the ankle in. Get a nice little quad stretch. And switch those sides. Dropping it down. So we have our calf raises, toes face forward for the first 10, and then we'll switch it over to the other one for the last 10. So hands to the hips. We lift up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, I count this the wrong way, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels in, toes out, and we take it up. So 10, 9, 8, 7, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the heels down, shaking it out. We have our last move, and that's laying on our sides. So we take it to the right side first. You can either rotate it onto the other side, or you can flip those sides. But we'll go in about 15. Remember, we're going to hook that left foot over that right leg first, placing the head in that right palm. So we lay it down, getting ready. All right. So remember, left foot over, head in palm. We lift that right leg up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that right side, flip it over. Shorts aren't gliding. All right. Right leg over that left. Head goes into the left palm, pressing through with that right hand. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that left side down and press yourself up. You guys have about a minute, a little over a minute, and then we'll get started with our next things, which I'm going to go over right now. All right. So just keep moving around. So we have our upper body work right now. Ooh. Ow. Sat down. That did not feel well. All right. So we have some staggered push-ups first. We're going to take that right hand out in front. I'll move my stuff so you guys can see. So we'll take the right hand out in front, left hand out to the side. So you can be on your knees or on those toes, just separate those feet if you are, you find a little bit more stabilization. But if you're on the knees, just hinge the hips forward. We're going to take it down for 5 with the right hand forward, and then we'll switch it over, left hand forward, right hand out, and we'll go down for 5. Then we're going to go into some alternating Supermans. So laying the body all the way down for these. Feels nice for this moment. All right. Legs going straight back, arms straight up. We're going to lift up, and then the right arm and left leg will lift, and then lower, left hand, right foot lift, and lower. So we'll go 10. So right is 1, or right hand is 1, left hand is, 2. Right hand 1, left hand 2, right hand 3, so on, until we get to 10. We are then going to take it into shoulder taps. So if you need to modify, just come down to the knees, hinge the hips forward, just keep it stabilized. Engaging that core, we're just going to tap it out. If you want that challenge, come up to those toes, keeping the feet spread apart. Same thing, find that stabilization by spreading the feet apart, engaging that core, because those hips should barely be moving. But we have those 3 things. Staggered push-ups, we go 5 on each side. Alternating Supermans, we go 10 all together. And then our shoulder taps, right and left will be 1, and we'll go for 10. And we'll get started in about 30, maybe she'll get to 30. And in 30 seconds, we'll get started. Make it even, right? So just move around. If you want to stretch, right now is your chance. Get some upper body stretches. You can always take the arms across or arm behind the head. You can just swing them out, opening the chest and then squeezing as you take it back. I feel like this one just always feels good. Always feels good. All right. Are we ready? So we have our staggered push-ups first. So we take it down to the ground. Remember, if you want to challenge it, you can take it up to the toes, just spread the feet apart. If you're on the knees like me, just keep it nice and controlled. Hinging the hips forward, pulling the belly button into the spine, keeping that neck nice and long. I know it's tempting to bring the chin into the chest, just don't do it. But we take it down, right hand forward in 3, 2, and 1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing it up, take it center, and then take that left hand forward, right hand out. We take it down in 3, 2, and 1. So 5, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing it up, sitting the hips back, stretching the arms forward. Kind of wiggle those fingers out a little bit more, stretching out those lats. And hinge that body weight forward. And then drop it down. I was like, are we standing? We are not standing. We are lowering that body all the way down. So keeping those legs extended out, making sure they're coming straight back. So I don't want those heels facing the outsides. Keep them going straight back. That way we keep everything nice and tight. We take the arms forward and we have our alternating Superbands. We go for 10 all together. And we start with that right hand and left foot in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So lifting up. So 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, pressing it up, sitting the hips back, and rise it up. And we're gonna end up going right back down. But let's shake it out a little bit. Get our blood flowing. We have our shoulder taps next. Right and left is 1. Challenge is on your toes. Just spread the feet. If you're on the knees, spread the knees. All right. We take it down. Take it down. Stack the shoulders. Come to those toes if you can. If not, hinge the hips forward on the knees. But we take those legs apart. We start with that right hand first in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walking the palms back and rising it up, shaking out those arms. We have 2 more rounds, but we'll go in 15. And we go right back down to the ground for our staggered push-ups. Move my towels back. All right, so taking it down right now. Remember, you can be on those toes for that challenge. Or you can modify it on your knees. Either way, as long as you're challenging yourself, that's all that matters. But we start with that right hand forward, left hand staggered. If you're on the knees, hinge them forward. If you're on the toes, spread the feet apart. But we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it up. Left hand forward, right hand out. We go in 3, 2, and 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it back and stretch the arms forward. Now from here, we're going to walk them out, lifting up the hips, stretching the forearms out, and then resting the head down. Just getting a little extra stretch. Just make sure the hips are lifted. And we walk them back. Taking the arms up, inhaling up. Bringing the fingers together. Press the palms to the ceiling and stretch it out. And drop them down. We lay the stomachs down to the ground. Extending out those arms and those legs, making sure those feet are going straight back, heels are not facing out. But we lift up for 10 of those alternating Supermans in 3, 2, starting with the right, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing the palms back, sitting the hips back, taking the arms up, and arms circle it out. Keeping that chest nice and open as we do this. And take it backwards. Maybe cross the right arm over, pull it in. And then switch it over, left arm. And we're gonna take that arm or the right hand behind the head. So taking it up, left hand goes to that right elbow. You can tap the back with that right hand. Releasing that right, extending the left and pull it down. Tapping the back with that left hand. And release it down. We bring it forward and we go into our shoulder taps. So remember, modify or challenge, but either way, core is nice and engaged. We do not shift side to side, or we try our best not to, but we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down to the knees and then rise it up. We have one more round. One more round of those. Then move into some abs. Finish it out, right? And we'll go in about 15 seconds. And if you want, you can always take the fingers together, legs apart, hinging at the hips, bring it forward and stretch those arms back. You can sway side to side. If you want, you can release those hands, grabbing onto the elbows, kind of rock it out. Just letting that head hang. Maybe go to some circles. Hands to the hips and rise it up. All right, so we come down to the ground one more time. We have our staggered push-ups for the last time. That right hand's gonna come forward, left hand staggered. We go down for 5 in 3, 2, and 1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left hand forward, right hand out. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 5, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing it up, sitting the hips back, taking the arms up. Kind of stretch it back. You can take it over to the sides. And then drop the palms when you're ready. Just kind of stretching out those wrists. And if you want, you can always take it and flip the hands around and just be very gentle. All right, so we lay the stomach all the way down now. Extending out the arms, extending the legs. Everything is going straight forward or straight back. We have our last round of those alternating Supermans, lifting up with the right palm, left leg in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, pressing it back, sitting the hips back, stretching the arms forward. You can kind of sway it side to side. It's nice and controlled. Dropping the forearms. And when you're ready, shift the weight forward. We go into our shoulder taps. Starting with that right hand, we tap the left. Left hand, we tap the right. But this is our last one. We take it up and we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down to the knees, you guys have a little bit over a minute. I'm going to explain what we're doing next for our ab movements. So keep moving around, tap it out, get in your extra cardio if you want. You do not have to. Options always there too if you want it. Or just grab some water. Stretch it out. But first movement. We're going to lay it down on the backs with my clip. All right. So we're going to take those legs up. Placing the palms down, we're going to go into some reverse crunches. So taking the legs out, down and out, and crunch it in. So really focus, don't just do the movement just to do it. Focus and put your mind to the muscle. So think about your abs. Think about that lower back. Press it down. Think about scooping your abs as you're pulling your knees in. So we also stop the knees right at the hips. You don't really want to come in too much because then you just kind of take it out of the movement. So activate every single muscle right now. We're taking it down and out, or not right now, but when we do it. And then crunch it in. Stopping the knees right above those hips and right back down and out. As they go down and out, that's when you want to focus on that lower back. Also, your breathing really counts for when you're doing abs. You always want to focus on your breathing. So we have our reverse crunches. Then we're going to take the feet up and go into some toe reaches or toe crunches. We're reaching up to our toes. So we're going to have those feet up, taking those hands up and out. We're going to lift up the shoulders and come as close as you can to those feet. As you release it down, keep the shoulders off of the ground. So we're going to go for 10 of those reverse crunches and 10 of these crunches. From there, we are going to go into some Russian twists. For these, we're going to have those feet down, but if you want that challenge, you can always lift them up. I just want the chest open, shoulders back, and chin off that chest. We're going to dip it over and over. And if, like I said, if you want more, just lift those feet up and lean it back a little bit more. And then for those, we'll go for 10. So right and left is 1. Cool, cool. And then we'll get started in about 15 seconds. But if you want, you can meet me down on the ground. Try and not be distracted by like my toucan here right now. I don't know. But I have to move my foot. But, all right. So remember, legs come up, palms come down. As you go down and out, you want to focus on your breath. Pressing the lower back down and really squeezing out those abs as you pull the knees in. All right, so we go for 10, lifting up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8. Exhale at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can hug knees into the chest. Rock it back and forth. You can rock it side to side. Whatever you would like. But we're going to stay right here just because we're going to lift up the feet in just a few moments. So remember, those legs come straight up, those arms come up and out, and we're going to reach as high as we can to those feet without dropping those shoulders down to the ground. All right, so lifting up those legs. If you can't straighten them out, that is totally fine. Just hinge at the knees, but we're just going to lift up and out. So we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hugging the knees one more time. And if you want to, bring the knees over to that left side. Extend out that right arm, looking over. Making sure both shoulders are down. Take the knees up to center. Bring them over to that right side, left arm out. And we look over. And we bring it center and lift it up. So we have our Russian twist. Remember, we're having those feet down, but if you want that challenge, lift up those legs. And when I say feet down, just dig the heels in. So remember, we lean it back, trying to get to that 45-degree. Chin is up, shoulders back, chest comes open. We're gonna twist each way. All right, so right and left is 1. We're gonna go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower that back down again. You can stretch out the legs, take the arms above the head, and just kind of stretch it out. If you want, you can roll it on each side. And we'll get started again shortly. That's so scary. See, I knew one of these days it was going to happen. I was going to knock my water over. Now it's just on camera. So you get a little bit more of a break at this moment. All right. I almost did it in my class this morning, but I almost knocked my water over. Okay. So we take it into those reverse crunches. Laying that back down, we lift those legs up, palms come down. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees in, hug the chest, rock it out, side to side. And then we'll take those legs up in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So legs up. We're going to reach up and out in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees, take them over to that left side, right arm out. Eye gaze over at the right. Bring the knees up, take them over to the right, extend the left, and look over. Take it center, and we come up, digging those heels in, taking the hands into prayer, and we go for those Russian twists in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down to the back. This time I'm moving my water even further away from me. All right. So you can extend those legs. Make sure your water is not above your head. And extend those arms. You can rock it over side to side, just kind of stretching out that body. And we go one last round. Starting with our reverse crunches. So taking those knees up, palms down, and we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the knees into the chest, wrap around your legs, bring your head in. You can rock it out or just squeeze. And release that body. So we take those legs up, hands up. We reach in 3, 2, and 1. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself to a seated position. You can kind of walk those hands back, pop the chest open, stretch it out, shifting from side to side. All right. So, hands in prayer. We can take those legs up or keep those heels planted, lean it back 45, shoulders back, chest open, chin off that chest. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking those knees in, hug them out, rock it back and forth. And straighten out that spine. Releasing those legs. Guys, you guys did it. We went through all of full body today. So tomorrow we have lower body. So be ready. Prepare. I don't know. We'll have a good one tomorrow. So we'll work on all lower body tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for joining in today for full body. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. It is almost 1 o'clock. So you guys have a full day ahead of you. So make a day. Have fun. And I will work out with you guys tomorrow.